I can't see. Did I fuck it up? Yeah. Well, this got the shot live. I just messed up on the writing because I wasn't wearing my glasses for democracy. But this is the real threat to democracy, people. The Democrats like to throw out that Donald Trump's a existential threat to democracy. Okay, does this sound like a threat to democracy? Do you listen to this? Let's go back to Hillary Clinton with the Russia hoax. It was all proven fake. And she lied to the American people about it. The Democratic Party lied to us about it. And when they wanted to investigate it, she went and smashed her server, her laptop. So they couldn't find out what was going on. She was using a personal cell phone while she was conducting government business. And now that's all sounds like a threat to democracy to me, because with all that they were doing right there was to stifle the election of the legitimate president of the United States. And they tried to impeach him the whole 4 years he got into office in 2016. Isn't that a threat to democracy? Okay, then we got Hunter Biden, the laptop, the intel agents that lied about it. I mean, our top intel agents lied to the American people, to the Republican Party, and then it all came out to be true. I mean, it was not his laptop. It's all Russian disinformation. Stifling free speech during the election. I mean, during the 2020 Donald Trump's re-election bid, stifling free speech. Doesn't that sound like a real threat to democracy? Not just them saying it on every little thing Donald Trump says. Okay, then we got all the hidden shell companies that Joe Biden had, funneling money from all these Russian, China oligarchs and all these foreigners from overseas that most of them are our adversaries. I mean, they're shell companies, people. That means they sell nothing, they make nothing. It's called money laundering, and nothing happened. I mean, how about when Joe Biden was a sitting senator and he took classified information from the government from when he was a senator back in the 70s? They found that in his house. But then they come after Donald Trump when he was the president, has the right to declassify top secret stuff. And so Donald Trump had the right to have that. And so they tried to throw him in jail for that. So where's the real threat to democracy there? Then we got student loan forgiveness. I mean, the Supreme Court told Joe Biden that you cannot forgive student loans, and he still did it anyway. I mean, is that not a threat to democracy? I mean, that's the Supreme Court saying you can't do it, and he did it anyway. Over and over, he tried to do it. Then the biggest threat to democracy out of everything, the open borders, where they allowed 10 to 30 million illegal aliens to rush our border and to invade this country. Now, let me remind you, people, before that, there was probably already 20, 30, 40 million illegal aliens already living here. So we probably got almost 100 million illegal aliens living in this country that never pay taxes, that, they're not, I mean, they're illegal. They broke the law to get here, and how many more laws do they break when they're here? I mean, they get jobs working under the table, sending it back to their families over Mexico. I mean, there's another threat to democracy. Now watch what's going on right now since Donald Trump just got reelected again. Everything he's doing, they're calling him Hitler. They're calling him all these heinous names. Is that not a threat to democracy when you have the whole Democratic Party, Congress and Senate, calling a duly elected president who won every swing state? Those are Democratic states that are supposed to be a firewall for them that nobody ever breaks through. So they won all the Republican states, all the swing states they won. Donald Trump won. And they get on TV on a daily basis and call him Mussolini, Hitler, threat to democracy. The sun's going to fall tomorrow, not shine again. The sky's falling. Is that really free speech? Half of our government, I've never seen that before in my life. Half of our government going on TV and literally calling their president. It doesn't mean that they had to vote for him. He's still the president of the United States. Yep. Calling him Hitler and an evil man. He's bad, Mr. Trump. Well, are you guys seeing my point? The Democrats like to fucking throw out everything they say is because they're doing it. So every time they call him Hitler, when they say he's a race baiter, he's a slave, he wants to put people back into slavery, when they call him Hitler and Mussolini and all this crazy stuff, you know what it is? That's because that's what they are. They are the threat to democracy, people. I mean, it's right. Everything I said is proven. It's proven. It's factual. I mean, that is the threat to democracy. The threat to the democracy of this country is the whole Democratic Party. All of them, even Fetterman, all of them, because they only say cool things when they're trying to bury themselves, dig themselves out of a hole they put themselves in. Not one of those fucking Democrats want to show up to that fucking speech that Donald Trump's giving them all night, but they will because they don't want to look bad to you. But not one of them really wants to be there because they really think that Donald Trump is. They don't realize that they're the ones that are the threat to democracy. I think in their little sick little heads, they actually believe he's the threat to democracy. Why? Because he doesn't want boys being in girls' sports. That's a threat to democracy? No, you guys saying it's a threat to democracy and letting it happen, letting boys be in girls sports is a threat to democracy and a threat and a slap in the face of every woman in this country, especially our grandmothers and our great grandmothers who fought for civil rights for so many years to be on a level playing field with men. And when I say a level playing field with men, I mean for working, but not for them to be in women's sports under the disguise that, oh, I feel like a girl. I mean, it doesn't matter. I got big old guns and I'm fucking 10 times stronger than them. In my heart, I feel like a woman. That doesn't pass the smell test, people. That is so ignorant. So who is the real threat to democracy? It's not just one person. It's literally the whole Democratic Party, and they've been a threat to democracy ever since Obama got into office. Remember, I'm going to change the fabric of this country. And I've said it on my other podcast. How do you people like that fabric? We just went from fucking silk for 250 years of our country becoming rich, famous, and powerful to fucking what's that shit they wear that itches your shit to polyester to and wool. I mean even worse than that. I'm talking they took us back to a time where there wasn't even any material made yet. I mean, caveman days where you're wearing a fucking goddamn a leaf over your shit. I mean that's how they changed the fabric of this country, the fabric of the country. I mean, wah. That's gotten a shot. This is just a quick one, man. But the real threat to democracy, people, is the Democratic Party. And it's not just in this country. I'm tired of listening to all those little whiny little fucks over in Europe. Man, the UK, France, Ireland, they're all a bunch of pussies anymore. I mean, they always have been. They haven't paid their fair share into NATO since day one, most of them. I mean, they always expect America to carry the weight for them and to lose more lives, to spend more money than us. And whenever they had a problem over there, they look to America. I mean, a bunch of rich countries that could have way more of a military if they wanted one. They could have way more of an air force if they wanted one. But why? When America always, cowers down and goes and does it for them. I mean, backs down, however you want to look at it. All for political reasons because they're just all a bunch of weirdos. I mean, it's all about getting reelected, right, people?
Okay, don't forget your shot.
I mean, who cares if we take the country if you're getting reelected by a bunch of people that should be sitting in a fucking horse trough eating a bag of dicks? It's gotten a shot. Well. Shit. All right. Well, starting in a couple of days on my podcast, I'm going to start having a little segment. It's called "Eat a Bag of Dicks" segment, and I'm going to pull at 5 people every episode that I think should be put in a horse trough, chained up like a horse, and you fucking put them a big old bag of fucking dicks on their foot for them to eat. Until they eat that bag of dicks, they can't come out of that trough. So, I mean, I'm going to start right now by saying, let's go with 5 of them. Let's go with Tim, Lick My Balls Walls. Let's go with Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, and I got to throw a couple actors in there, man. It's Whoopi Goldberg and Robert De Niro. I want to see all of them thrown in a horse trough and have one of those little eating bags put on and throw about 50 little dicks in there, or big dicks. I mean, 50 little dicks or 20 big dicks. And they can't leave that fucking shit until they eat all those dicks. And maybe after they eat those dicks, they'll see the light. Whoa, I see the light, man. I just ate a bunch of dicks. I mean, maybe they'll understand where we're coming from. Maybe that ought to be the punishment. Maybe people shouldn't go to jail anymore. Maybe they should start just slapping off all these transgenders, get their little shit cut off. Maybe we just put those in those bag of dicks for them. They can gobble them down. How do you like that? How do you like that mutilated dick? Have a bag. We got bags for I won't even charge them for them. I'll just give them to them. I mean, I was going to charge $9.95 a bag for them, but I mean, they're just throwing them away at the hospital. They cut a dick off, throw it in the garbage. I mean, so anyway, I'm going to have an eat a dick section in my podcast from now on for all the people in the government and these actors and actresses that love body mutilation. They love cutting their face up to try to look young, and all they do is look weird. Remember when Jane Fonda was on the SAG Awards the other day? So one of the ladies at Fox, she looks so good. She looks like a bag of dicks. Man, she looks like she's had 55 surgeries on her face. And she don't even look real anymore. I grew up with Jane Fonda. She used to be a beautiful woman, even though I don't agree with her politics, not even a little bit. But she just looks like a freak, just like Meg Ryan, all of them. All these stars that go get their face cut on because they can't even age gracefully. That's why they gotta back this transgender thing, because that's what they're used to. They mutilate their own selves because they think they look good. I mean, look at Demi Moore. Stop it. She looks horrible. I mean, everybody else, she looks good, but she looks horrible. I'd rather see a few wrinkles on her face and have her look normal. And then who's the Tom Cruise's ex-wife, the one who really grosses me out? What's her name?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman. I can't even look at her anymore. Her lips all fucked up. I mean, Nicole Kidman, I would tell you need a bag of dicks, but I don't even like looking at your ugly ass anymore, so I don't even want to see it. But maybe you can eat one and I'll just hear about it. I can hear you chopping down on it. Oh, she's chopping. She's going to have a hard time doing it with that fucked up mouth she's got now.
No, she just has to slurp it.
Yeah, slurp a bag of dicks. I'm gonna make Slurpee bag. I mean, make Slurpees out of a bag of dick. They have a Slurpee dick, a dick Slurpee, a big gulp one. All right, this is Scott in the Shot. I'm buzzing. My wife's not, but I love that woman.
That's just because I'm cool.
That's because she's a badass. You know what I'm saying? And she's natural, man. I love it natural, people. Stop this body mutilation. Stop with the fat lips like all these stars have now. You see them when all of a sudden they come on TV one day and their lips are all fat. Their face looks all stretched. I mean, anyway, this is Scott in the Shot. You guys have a great day, man.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. And remember, some people need to eat a bag of dicks or a dick Slurpee.